Another solid axle, hot off the press. This is Toby's 2006 GMC 2500 HD Classic. One of the ultimate trucks to own, the 0607 Classic with no DEF and no DPF, but still has the Allison 6-speed. Awesome truck to drive, just took it on the test drive. And we just finished up putting in our 3-inch solid axle kit. This one is actually sitting at about 4 inches because Toby decided to go with these 37-inch Maxxis on 17-inch method wheels. So we set it just a little bit higher. And also the only option we had on our shock was an 8-inch travel 2.5-inch Fox that sits about an inch higher than the standard ones that we run. But it is badass. It's got the orange and black shock reservoirs. So this truck, brought it in, got the 05 and up Super Duty front axle. He went ahead and found the axle on his own, rebuilt it, had it all ready for us, dropped the truck off, and Andrew went ahead and cut everything out and slapped it in here. So if you take a look underneath on this one, we went with the single Fox steering stabilizer, and we're able to tuck it up above the tie rod for more clearances. And then this is our HD new Super Duty tie rod, which is 2-inch quarter wall DOM tubing. You can buy it complete and welded with the jam nuts, or you can get just the tube inserts and the jam nuts and build your own tie rod or do it as a kit. Everything else in here is pretty self-explanatory. Toby went ahead and upgraded to the sector shaft brace on the steering box when we did this thing. And then another thing he did on this one is he went with the AutoTrack CV front drive shaft that we sell. So basically the kit comes with a new U-joint to make your stock drive shaft fit if you clearance the upper U-joint, but it will vibrate a little bit at freeway speeds. So we went ahead and put the CV front driveline in it, the AutoTrack, and you should be able to go 70 miles an hour and 4 high and have no vibrations and everything work good. And it does clear the electronic shift motor on the side of your transfer case and your transmission. There's no lights on the dash, no ABS lights. ABS is hooked back up. The 4-wheel drive still operates just how it should. Push button on the dash. The only thing you got to remember is if you're going to run 4 high or 4 low, you got to get out and lock the hubs. So speaking of hubs, we got rid of those ugly Ford locking hubs, put the worn blacked out locking hubs on there. And then these are our re-drilled Timken unit bearings. They're drilled to 8-on-6.5. It's got our power stop rotors on there that are slotted and vented. And the brake pads go along with it. So he rebuilt the axle, brought it into us. We converted to 8-on-6.5, slapped it in there, and the truck is just about ready to go. So I think this thing sits absolutely perfect on 37s. It already had a little bit of a lift kit on it. So in the rear, currently it has 3-inch blocks in it. And I think Toby's going to end up taking those blocks out and putting the Deaver mini packs in to really spice it up a bit. But keep in mind that the 3-inch kit is really designed to run 35-inch tires. We all agree that it looks awesome on 37s, and you can sneak the axle forward so that any of your trimming needs to be up here. As you can see, we've already trimmed the stock front plastic valance a little bit, and the inner fender well was a little rough even when Toby brought it in here. But I will remind you that in running 37s and getting this look, at full compression and flex, if you are like rock crawling it or four-wheeling it, the tire is going to want to start to rub in here. So to get that 37-inch look, you may have to give up your washer bottle, relocate it, or this is the windshield washer bottle, or maybe put a 1500 bottle in there that sits a little smaller to get you that clearance. And every wheel offset is a little bit different. So if you get a 10 or 12-inch offset wheel, it's going to swing back more and forward more and rub a little bit more. So the more offset your wheel is, the wider your wheel is, the smaller tire you can fit in these GM wheel wells. It's just a bummer on their design, but this is a great package here, a 37-1250 and a 17x9. I believe it has 4.5-inch back spacing, so pretty centered wheel. And it does drive absolutely awesome. So hope you like Toby's truck. I know I had a great time taking on a test drive, and always nice to see us making these trucks do what they're supposed to do. See ya.